Hello everybody, it's Sabre Wolf. I'm at CTGamerCon and I'm with
Mitch Hallock.
Now, how long does it take to set up an event like this? Because I know it was delayed a couple times from COVID and like that, but it's great to finally see this event.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you add that COVID slowdown, this would be over 2 years in the making. But typically I do CTGamerCon in the summer, and then once that show ends, during the 6 months I have off, I start doing this because my wife said I needed something to do because I was just bothering her all day because I had nothing between comic conventions. So yeah, I'd say October, and it's usually March, about 4 or 5 months we start figuring out what the tournaments are going to be, if we're going to get any guests, if we're going to, what exhibitors are going to be there. So yeah, about 4 or 5 months.
So how many tournaments do you have like here today? I saw lots of Magic the Gathering, but what other tournaments do you have?
For goodness sakes, yeah, we have everything here. We have tabletop, we have collectible card gaming, but most of all we have video game tournaments, and that's going on in the room behind me. There's between the free play, the Smash Brothers, the Melee, oh my God, there's got to be 200 different tournaments happening throughout the weekend, so there's a lot. There's something for everybody, really, so yeah, it's a lot.
So you also have vendors here that show off their wares. What kind of vending do you offer?
Oh, everything. You can go in that room down there and you can find miniatures for like Dungeons and Dragons. You can find different type of dice. You can find retro video games. You can find comic books in there. You can find T-shirts, posters, a huge artist alley section with people doing crafts and such like that. But there's something for everybody. God knows I bought enough stuff here. My wife's yelled at me already. I bought Legos. There's plushies in there, and there's Pocky, all that, cool food and stuff. So yeah, it's a little, like, I always call it like a geek nerd mall. Like all that cool stuff that you have to walk around and try to find, it's all in one place for 2 days. It's like, oh wow, spend a lot of money,
Now I know this is later in the year than it usually is, but you have another one coming up really soon, actually.
Yeah. Typically these are in March because they started because, and being in New England, it's always snowing and miserable out and we have nothing to do. So it's like, let's do gamer, and that's the whole idea. It was like, oh my God, there's something to do, So that was the big push. So it's always in March. But like you said, we had to postpone it because of COVID, so we're in September, which we normally aren't in, only because that was one of the few open dates. Because what happened in the last 2 years, everybody had to cancel shows. So now that everything's starting to open up, everybody wants to come back. So the calendar filled up really fast. So it's like slim pickings. It's like, I'll take that. Not realizing, I had just done another show 5 weeks ago, which was, that's not a lot of time in between shows. So I ain't doing that again,
So do you have a website, and when's the next event? When the actual next days that are going to be?
CTGamerCon2021 will be on March 12th and 13th, and you can go to CTGamerCon.com for all that information if you want to be an exhibitor, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be part of the tournaments. And then there's CTGamerCon, which is my big show in the summer. That's going to be July 29th to the 31st, 2022, and all that's on TerrificCon.com.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it, bud.
Thanks.
Got to do the COVID elbow, but
All right.
This is Sabre Wolf, thank you, and stay tuned for more.